Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the channel. Hi, I'm Holly, Psychic Medium Energy Reader. And yeah, what is this? Today is Wednesday. This is your Thursday reading. So yeah, I'm getting ready to be a little active here. I'm going to try my best to be as active as I can. So hair up in a ponytail. However, I do have something special. If you watch the short from when I went to Art Gypsy, the shop, this is a piece of pottery. It's a mug. She picked out the color. This is from a stamp that's part of her store and part of her design. And a local potter made commemorative mugs for the anniversary of her shop. And the thumb rest is even a spiral. You know, I love a spiral. Look at that, and a compass. Two of my favorite things. Anyway, so I had a feeling this was going to be used this week, but I wasn't sure when. And I thought it might be even Friday, and then I very clearly heard, no, this is for Thursday. This is your Energy Thursday. Your direction and your course has been made clear, or will be by the end of the day when you see this. It may even be by the end of Wednesday when I'm actually recording it, and you'll see it as confirmation when you watch this on Thursday morning. Hi, little baby. I know my little Meredith is here. Hi, baby. Okay. My little tiny, my tiny little kitty girl who's actually a senior. Oh no, I've got a house full of seniors. So come on, baby. Coming up. Come on. There's the baby. I call her the baby. But, you know, I've mentioned this I don't know how many times. I was told very clearly by Spirit to not refer to them as my babies, but they are spiritually evolved beings. So, you know what I like to tell her? You're a spiritually evolved being, but you're in a tiny little baby girl body. So, anyway. Okay, on to the vibe. This is a powerful mug. Somebody shaped it, they made it, they stamped it, they made the spiral. And hold on. Okay. So basically, the vibe and the message for this, as I just mentioned, I have a feeling by the time you watch this, whenever you watch this, but by the time you watch this, if you're watching this Thursday, your course will be made clear to you. I feel like a whole lot of people have been asking this week, show me the truth, show me the truth. What do I do? What do I say? How do I behave? Where do I go? What do I do? What do I do? What do I believe? What do I know? There's that much confusion. Honey bunny, you gotta not chew on that microphone, okay? The compass is important. I know, because I don't know how many ways I can say this. I'm just going to say it over again. Your course will be set. Your direction will be made clear. The truth will be revealed. That's all I can tell you. All right. All right. I'm going to put that there. Let's get into some cards. What? Oh, this deck. All right, so I'm going to use the Lightseers Tarot because this is where we are going today with it. I have no idea what the message is going to be. Well, it's your guess is as good as mine. Honey, you just, little bitty girl, you got to stop chewing on that. That's not good for you. I know you're curious. Oh, I love you too. I love you too. Okay. So... honey. All right. I know. I'm going to have to move that if you don't stop chewing on it. I'm sorry, you all. All right. You know what? I think I'm going to have to reclip this. I'm going to move this. Hold on. All right. I'm going to put it up here. There we go. And she gets down, of course. I'm moving all over the place. All right. Let's try again. Lightseers Tarot. All right, what is the message for the collective? Mother, Father, God, guardians and guides, archangels, ascended masters, Ooh. Okay. Some are flipping where I can see them. Some are staying face down. What is the message for the collective today? This is a general reading. Please understand that. This is a general reading. What is the message? Oh, come on now. Really? Okay. All right. There's still a lot of deck left, but a whole lot came out. So, it is a general reading. Let's figure out the order these came. I want to get these in the right order. All right. It was this one, this one, this one, this one, those two, and then these. Making room here. Okay. Make some more room. So, remember how in yesterday's reading I mentioned that there were a lot of either Ten of Cups or Ten of Coins / Pentacles coming up. Wow. Okay, we've had the Tower a few times. Okay. Wow. Okay. We've had the Hanged Man a couple of times. And we've also had the Six of Cups a couple of times. Well, guess what? We got him again. So it seems to be that each week has its own, what I've been noticing since the start of the channel is that we seem to go in cycles with the readings. And they seem to have almost days clumped together, or at least a week that is a continuation of a reading or a theme. So if this is your reading, it could just be because we are on the same current and vibe with a large group of people. So variations on a theme may come into play, or it could just be that well, I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, so let me show you what we've got. We have Nine of Swords. I'm hearing the word uncertainty with that. We have the Lovers. Divine Plan. I'm getting words and phrases as I go along, so I'm just going to say them out loud. Judgment. Coming into clarity. The Tower. Whoops. There we go. The Tower. Weathering the storm. Weathering the storm. Okay. The Hanged Man. Your intuition is going to guide you to safe shores. Five of Swords. This is where the distinction, it felt like it was all one reading, and then it's starting to split at this point with the Five of Swords. So one person is stuck in his or her head. Ten of Cups. Potential outcome. Ace of Swords. Again, the other person is stuck. One person is stuck in the head. One person. This is when the reading becomes individualized. One person is stuck in his or her head. One person is listening to his or her intuition. The Ten of Cups and the emotion that's stuck in the middle of it. We have two people facing each other. One is unburdened. One is burdened. That seems to be the theme of this. Six of Cups. Yearning for the past, but the past is gone. The Hierophant. This is a very different type of Hierophant. Finding your pathway, finding your light. Four of Pentacles. There's an element of greed involved. Sense of lack. Whether it's a lack of emotional depth or lack of finances, but there's a sense of, okay, what I'm hearing with this card very clearly is misplaced priorities. Misplaced priorities. Temperance. When temperance is found, the next card, the World, all things will come together and come full circle. The High Priestess. There will be a sense of manifestation, and the King of Pentacles, ultimate prosperity. So, when the priorities change and become manifest, I don't know what that means. Help me out, Spirit. When the priorities become, it's like orderly. I'm hearing the word orderly. So it's almost like the sense of misplaced priorities. It's like everything's been thrown up in the air and trying to grab little pieces at a time. Once it's all scooped up and the realization is that it all fits in the same basket, that is when temperance and balance is found. That's when you come full circle, whomever this is for, that's when it comes full circle. That's when this person who is listening to their divine inspiration and listening to their own manifestation abilities becomes a high priestess. And that's when this person who's all wrapped up in their head about not enough, not enough, not enough, becomes the King of Pentacles, male or female, it doesn't matter. Same with the High Priestess, doesn't matter, gender. But it's about the energy of the card. That's when the true manifestation of power and wealth and enough for everyone and being able to encompass that whole basket full of everything that's important in one's life becomes real. And this ceases to exist, being stuck in your head. This is a potential outcome. Having everything or having nothing. And the only way you do that is if you release the past and you follow the new path in the new way that you know how. We are embarking on a very different time. Everybody talked about the age of Aquarius happening a while back. And I mean like a couple of months ago. Or a few months ago. And now we are looking at all sorts of solar, lunar eclipses, partial eclipses, flares, you name it. We have astrologically all sorts of things and movements happening that are throwing people into a tailspin. They don't know which way is up. This is the period it's going to change. And I think that's what the compass was in the message and the vibe of the day. Now, back to this reading. It started out as one reading, and then I felt like it was diverging. Here's a possibility. These two people could be the same person, but it's blending of the two selves, blending of the inner and the outer. So for some of you, it is going to be two different people and two different situations. For some of you, it's going to be a solo journey, but it's about blending and merging the parts of yourself that seem fractured and divided. That feels very strong to me. And I think that's going to be it. It was a lot of cards, but all those cards were necessary. This one is actually, believe it or not, standing out as the most significant, that Four of Coins, Four of Pentacles. And the reason for that is because when you realize there is enough for everyone, when you realize that it's not grabbing pieces and parts and fractured self, when you blend and merge all parts of yourself, that is when you become whole, that is when you become complete, and that is when you become, I just heard the Hierophant. I was getting ready to say High Priestess, but that's when you become either the Hierophant, the High Priestess, or the Magician, either way. All right. Now, this is the Sweet Blossom Lenormand. I have been directed every day this week just to open it up to the middle and see what the card is. So let's do it again. Lady. That's going to be the basis of this reading. What else? Anchor. One more. And I'm going to do it the same way as before. Just shuffle them a little bit. Open it to the middle. Whip. Okay, the whip can be a couple of things. The whip, and it's card 11. So we've got card 29, card 35, and card 11. You've got a female. You have an anchor, stability, groundedness, rootedness. but you also have the whip. Now that can be like self-flagellation, where you are beating yourself up about something. It can be that someone else is beating you up about something, or it could be romance and not romance. Let's correct that. Passion. So sometimes I have heard of the whip as being a card of passion. Is it passion only? Is it needing desires met in whatever form those desires take? Or is it, oh, this one flipped out. Or is it the key to one's happiness? That's card 33. Oh, we got card 11 next to a 33. Those are master numbers. And you don't distill those down by adding them together. And then we have a tower. But this is a different type of tower. This is a Lenormand tower. It is not a tarot tower, which means this is about institutions, overcoming them. It's kind of on a hill. That's my accent coming out. A hill, Hill. Mice, a man, up in the head, thinking too much, uncertain about what to do. Interestingly, the female and the male are both looking in the same direction, and there's a bouquet at the end. I know, I'm real shaky and jittery today. Bouquet. I think both are on the same page, but they don't even understand it, and they don't really know it. But there's a lot of jittery, jangly in the head kind of thing going on here. All right, so this goes back to that first reading from the Lightseers Tarot. This could be either two people, or it could be two selves of a single person. One way or the other, there is an uncertainty. I just heard the word unleashed. Spirit, I'm going to let you take over for a minute because I'm uncertain about where this is going. So there is an uncertainty. What is the unleashed? Why did I hear that word? Someone is stepping into a greater level of strength, direction, the compass. They're showing me the compass again. Someone is stepping into a greater sense of strength, resolve, awareness. In a way, it almost feels like a hardening or a shutting down of sorts, because they're becoming very headstrong. Come hell or high water, it's going to be this way. The caution is to remember to be a little more fluid and mindful of that phrase, it's my way or the highway. Well, that's not a healthy view necessarily. There are a lot of options and give and take that need to be part of that. Resolve is good. Blending the selves, the parts of the self, that's good. Not getting lost in the shuffle. So maybe that image of the basket with all the pieces falling into it. Are you just holding the basket, or are you trying to cherry pick what you want out of it? Ideally, it would be an all-encompassing, blended version of things. Like a puzzle. So instead of even the basket, you're moving from, so whomever this is for, there's a sense of moving from the parts and pieces of your life just floating around, and you're trying to grab them as much as you can, and then your arms get full, and then it gets overwhelming. The next step is, instead, hold a basket, let them all come down, and you hold the basket. The next step would be seeing it as a mosaic. So a beautiful tile work mosaic, or a puzzle, with all those pieces as pieces of a puzzle. And without one, the picture is not complete. So you put them into place, and you create this beautiful image from all of those pieces that brings you joy and comfort and happiness. Now that is the end goal, instead of trying to grab randomly things and bear hug it. I hope that makes sense, because those are the images I'm getting. That's what I'm being shown. This compass, it is incredible. That the vibe of the day is incredibly important. Know your direction, know your path. If you don't know it, I have a feeling by the end of what will be yesterday when you see this, or in the, you know, by the end of Thursday or Friday, then whenever, it's going to happen within 24 to 48 hours of viewing this, I have a feeling, whether past or in the future. Only about 24 to 48 hours worth of time. I'm leaning more toward 48 hours. There is going to be a sense of direction given, but you've got to ask for it, and you have to be willing to make the shift and the change from grabbing random pieces to seeing everything laid out in this beautiful image of a mosaic at the end. I feel like it's like I see two hands with sand, and it's almost like it's drifting through them. So it's not an hourglass where you just keep turning it upside down and the other way and the other way and the other way. It's in hands, and it feels like it's falling away. And so it's important to figure out each one of those little grains. If you lose them, they never come back. It's a weird image. Does it feel like you're losing a sense of time? All right. That's an odd one. All right, this one's a little short. Lately, I haven't been going over the 30 minutes as usual. But let's just take a look at that again. What is your direction? What is your direction? Where are you going? And are you asking Spirit to help you? All right. Okay, you all, I got to get busy and get to it. Well, let's all ask. Spirit, higher self, sacred self, guardians, guides, all that is, creator of all things. Guide us in all of our actions, all of our thoughts, all of our words, the way we interact with ourselves, other people. Help give us direction and purpose. Help us to see the truth of our own lives and the lives of those around us. Help us, guide us, show us the doors to a better way of living, viewing, and seeing ourselves in the world. Guide us, show us the doors. We will walk through them. And give us the strength to know how. All right, that's something I say very often. It's gotten me this far through life. So be well, take care. I have a feeling, I just saw an image that's on another mug I have. It's Let the Adventure Begin. I saw that in my head. Maybe that's why this is for Thursday. Maybe Let the Adventure Begin is for tomorrow. I just heard it is. All right, everyone, I'm sending you love and gratitude. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe if you haven't, if you are so moved to do so. And be well, be safe, take care of yourselves. Thank you.